Subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get all notifications.
Hello students, today we are going to start the fourth chapter of our first unit, which is Animal Kingdom. So let's start the discussion about Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom, this is the fifth kingdom according to the Whitaker's five kingdom classification. अब तक हम बाकी के four kingdom कर चुके हैं, तो आज हम बात कर रहे हैं fifth kingdom, that is Animal Kingdom. When we talk about the animal kingdom, we know that this includes the animals. The different types of animals are included, and this is such a big kingdom that it includes almost 1.2 million species of different animals. इतनी ज़्यादा varieties के अंदर यहाँ पे species जो है included है, 1.2 million species are included into this kingdom. And अगर हम जनरल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स की बात करते हैं, the animals which are included in this kingdom, they have some specific general characteristics. Like these organisms which are included in this kingdoms, they are multicellular. All the organisms included here, they are multicellular and eukaryotic. They are multicellular and eukaryotic. And the most important characteristic that we can say that they lack cell wall. Cell wall is not present here. तो ये तो हम कुछ जनरल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स की बात कर रहे हैं. Cell wall is not present या absent है या lacking है, not present. So they lack cell wall. Cell wall is not present in any animal. Next, we can say that they show locomotion. They show locomotion. Locomotion is found in such type of animals which are included in this animal kingdom. So locomotion is also found. Other characteristics की अगर हम बात करते हैं, they have the nervous system, or we can say that they possess nervous system. They possess special type of skeletal system, whether it is endoskeleton or exoskeleton. Both type of skeletal system can be present into the animals. So ये जनरल सी बातें हुई, जनरल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक हुई एनिमल किंगडम की. This animal kingdom is further divided into the different phylum. According to the Whitaker's classification जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं, this animal kingdom is divided into these phylum which you can see here. यहाँ पे आप आसानी से पूरा classification देख सकते हैं, and this is the diagram which is given in your NCERT book also. So इसी क्लासिफिकेशन को फॉलो करते हुए हम देखेंगे कि कैसे एनिमल किंगडम को कुछ डिफरेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स के बेसिस पे क्लासिफाई किया गया है. लाइक द लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, द बॉडी सिमेट्री, द सिलोम प्रेजेंस, ये कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है जिनके बेसिस पे एनिमल किंगडम को क्लासिफाई किया गया है डिफरेंट फाइलम्स के अंदर. So first of all, before we start the actual classification, we will need to understand these basis of classification. तो पहले हम समझेंगे कि किन basis पे classification हुआ है animal kingdom का, and after that we will do the actual classification. We will discuss about all the phylums starting from the Porifera. We discuss all the phylums into the animal kingdom. So let's discuss the basis of classification. बात कर रहे हैं कि basis, किन basis पे animal kingdom को classify किया गया है. So here basis of classification, some important criteria on which the animal kingdom is classified. The first one is the level of organization. Level of organization. This is the first criteria. Second one is the body symmetry. Second जो हम study करेंगे that is the body symmetry. Third, germ layers. Fourth one is the body cavity, or we can include the coelom also. Body cavity or coelom. Next one, segmentation. And the last one is the presence or absence of notochord. So these are the some bases on which the animal kingdom is classified. The first is level of organization, that how the organism is organized or formed. Second is the body symmetry. Third is the germ layer. Fourth one is the body cavity or the coelom. Fifth, segmentation, and the sixth one is the notochord, presence or absence of notochord. So we will discuss all these criteria, all these bases of classification in more detail, and we'll start from about the first, that is level of organization. Level of organization की जब हम बात करते हैं, we know that all the animals which are included into the animal kingdom are multicellular. सभी के सभी organism जो है वो multicellular हैं. इस चीज में तो कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं है. All are multicellular, but they exhibit some different type of level of organization. It has three important types. हम यहाँ पे three important types discuss करेंगे. The first is cellular level. The first one is the cellular level of organization. Cellular level हम लिख देते हैं. That cellular level means multicellular है, but there in these cells there is no coordination between these cells. All the cells which are present into the animals, they do their function independently by the function of any another cell. यानी कि एक सेल है, एक सेल अपने functions perform कर रही है. It is doing digestion for itself, it is doing excretion, respiration, all things, but independently by the another cells. So these type of level of organization where there is no coordination between the cells, so we can say no coordination. कोई coordination नहीं होता यहाँ पे cells के बीच में. Every cell is doing its function and it is doing independently. तो इस तरीके का level of organization इन लोग जो होता है वो कहलाता है cellular level of organization. Organism is multicellular, but all cells has doing their function independently and there is no coordination between these cells. Such type of level of organization is found into the sponges. Sponges में इस तरीके का level of organization देखने को मिलता है. यहाँ पे हर एक काम के लिए अलग तरीके की cells है. Every cell is doing its own functions and there is no coordination between these cells. Second type of level of organization की अगर हम बात करें, that is the tissue level. Tissue level organization. अब टिश्यू लेवल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जिसमें सेल्स आर कोऑर्डिनेटेड विद ईच अदर. सेल्स का कोऑर्डिनेशन हुआ है, सेल्स आर ग्रुप टुगेदर टू फॉर्म अ टिश्यूज एंड डिफरेंट टिश्यूज आर हियर टू परफॉर्म द डिफरेंट फंक्शंस. लाइक टिश्यूज के बारे में हम जानते हैं, एपिथेलियल टिश्यूज, कनेक्टिव टिश्यू, नर्वस टिश्यूज, मस्कुलर टिश्यूज, दीज आर द टिश्यूज. तो इस तरीके से यहाँ पे सेल्स जो है मल्टीसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स की जो सेल्स हैं, दे आर ग्रुप टुगेदर टू मेक द टिश्यूज, बट इन टिश्यूज का आपस में कोई कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं है. ऑल द टिश्यूज आर डूइंग देयर फंक्शन इंडिपेंडेंटली. लाइक जैसे सेलुलर लेवल में हमने कहा ना कि सेल्स इंडिपेंडेंटली अपना फंक्शंस परफॉर्म कर रही है, सिमिलरली यहाँ पे टिश्यूज भी जो है अपना फंक्शंस डिफरेंट फंक्शंस परफॉर्म करेंगे. देयर इज नो कोऑर्डिनेशन बिटवीन दीस टिश्यूज. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज नोन एज tissue level of organization, and this type of organization is found in the hydra. Hydra में इस तरीके का देखने को मिलता है tissue level of organization, which is the member of the phylum Coelenterata. So we can say that in the coelentrates we can see the tissue level of organization. The next one is the organ or organ system level. We are including both of these two, organ and organ system. Organ level of organization. This is the organization where the tissues are grouped together to make the organ. This type of organization is found into the Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes phylum के अंदर हमें इस तरीके का organ level organization देखने को मिलेगा जहाँ पे tissues ने organ form किए हैं. But when we move on to the higher phylums, हम आगे की तरफ बढ़ते हैं. Higher phylums की तरफ अगर हम बढ़े, like annelids, Orthopoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Chordata, Hemichordata, इन सब की जब हम बात कर रहे हैं, then in these phylum, these organs are combined together to make an organ system. So this type of level of organization where the organ or the organ systems are present to make a complete organism or to do the different functions. This is known as organ system level of organization. Organ system का example हम देख सकते हैं जहाँ पे different organ system है. Like digestive system का काम है digestion करना. It means it digests the food and then give the energy or the nutrient to the body, where the circulatory system pumps the blood into the heart and transport the oxygen and other required components. So these are the different system. So इस तरीके का organ system जो है वो देखने को मिलेगा higher phylums के अंदर. So these are the different level of organization which we have studied here. When this organ system level are found into the organism, here we can see some complexities also. जब इन organs या organ system जो मिलता है यहाँ पे कुछ complexities भी देखने को मिलती है, कुछ different मींस हम types भी देख सकते हैं. लाइक हम डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम की अगर बात करें, इन सम ऑर्गेनिज्म लाइक प्लेटीहेल्मिन्थेस की अगर हम बात कर सकते हैं, इन द प्लेटीहेल्मिन्थेस व्हाट हैपेंस that their digestive system has a single opening. There has digestive system के अंदर single opening होगी. Such type of digestive system is known as incomplete digestive system. The digestive system where the single opening is present. This single opening is working as a mouth and as a anus also. एक ही opening है और उसी opening से food को intake किया जा रहा है और उसी opening से ही food को बाहर release किया जा रहा है undigested food को. So there only the single opening is present to work as the mouth and as the anus also. Such type of digestive system is known as incomplete digestive system. Whereas into the complete digestive system, the digestive system has two different openings. One is working as a mouth for the intaking of the food, whereas the another opening is working as the anus to release the undigested food out of the body. Whereas in the circulatory system also we can found some complexity. Circulatory system भी हमें दो तरीके का मिल सकता है. ये तो बात की हमने digestive system की incomplete and complete. सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम में जो हमें टू वेराइटीज देखने को मिलती हैं, टू कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज देखने को मिलती है, दैट इज ओपन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम एंड क्लोज सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम. इट कुड बी फाउंड इनटू द टू types, open and closed circulatory system. Open circulatory system is the circulatory system where the blood which is pumped by the heart is comes out and all the cells and tissues they are bathed into this blood. यानी कि cells और जो tissues हैं वो blood के अंदर ही बाधित रहेंगे, डायरेक्टली blood के कनेक्शन में रहते हैं. Such type of circulatory system is known as open circulatory system. Whereas into the closed circulatory system, the blood is pumped into the special vessels, special blood vessels. That could be arteries, veins or capillaries. कुछ भी हो सकता है. यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली कनेक्शन नहीं है. Whereas into the open circulatory system, the cells and tissues are directly in contact with the blood. So these are the some complexity. So here we discuss the first level of classification, which is level of organization. Now let's move on to the next type, that is body symmetry. जब हम body symmetry की बात करते हैं, इसका क्या मतलब है? It means that whether the organism can be divided into the two halves. क्या organism two equal halves में divide हो सकता है? This capability or this characteristics of any organism is known as symmetry. इस बेसिस पे हम ऑर्गेनिज्म को टू कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. टू टाइप्स की हम सिमेट्री की बात कर सकते हैं ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर. द फर्स्ट इज असिमेट्रिकल asymmetry. The first one is the asymmetry and another one is the symmetry. Or organism can be divided into the two categories on the basis of symmetry. First asymmetrical, हम यहाँ पर asymmetrical भी कह सकते हैं. asymmetrical organism अगर हम organism की बात कर रहे हैं. Second is symmetrical. Symmetrical and asymmetrical. Asymmetrical are the organism which cannot be divided into the two halves by any plane. जो ऑर्गेनिज्म किसी भी तरीके से टू इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड नहीं किए जा सकते, उन ऑर्गेनिजम्स को हम कहेंगे asymmetrical and the symmetry is known as asymmetry. Like example, अगर हम इसका एग्जांपल देखते हैं, the example is amoeba. अमीबा हमें पता है कि irregular body shape है. Pseudopodia फॉर्म होते हैं, फ्लेक्सिबल प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन है और बॉडी इरेगुलर होती है. And because of this irregular body shape, we are not able to divide this amoeba into two halves. आप किसी भी तरीके से अमीबा को टू इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते. So this type of organisms are known as asymmetrical and the symmetry will be known as asymmetry. Whereas जब symmetrical organism की हम बात कर रहे हैं, they can be divided into the two equal halves. दो इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड होंगे. अब ये किस तरीके से डिवाइड हो सकते हैं, उनके बेसिस पे हम इस सिमेट्री को टू टाइप्स में डिवाइड करते हैं. द फर्स्ट वन इज नोन एज रेडियल सिमेट्री. सिमेट्री ही लिख लें तो ज्यादा बेटर रहेगा, कंफ्यूजन नहीं होगा. रेडियल सिमेट्री एंड द अनदर वन विल बी द bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry. They are the two types of the symmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry. Radial symmetry is the symmetry in which we can say the organism can be divided into two equal halves by any plane which is passing through the center. Center से गुजरने वाला कोई भी plane अगर organism को two halves में divide कर दे, like this is the one plane this is the another plane, this one is also another plane and this is the another plane. किसी भी तरीके से सेंटर से गुजरने वाले प्लेन से ऑर्गेनिज्म अगर टू इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड हो सकता है, then this type of symmetry is known as radial symmetry. And this type of radial symmetry is shown by the phylum that is Coelenterata and Ctenophora. Coelenterata और Ctenophora के ऑर्गेनिज्म जो है वो रेडियल सिमेट्री शो करते हैं. अब बात कर रहे हैं बाइलेटरल सिमेट्री की. Bilateral symmetry is the symmetry in which only a single plane which is passing through the center is able to divide the organism into two equal halves. इसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल जो है वो है हम ह्यूमन बीइंग. अब अपने आप को एज्यूम करके देखिए कि एक ह्यूमन बीइंग को अगर हम सेंटर से एक प्लेन से डिवाइड करें तो पूरी तरीके से टू इक्वल हाफ में डिवाइड हो जाता है. One hand is at one side, another hand is another side. One leg is one side and another leg is another side. So, and any human being can be divided by these type of bilateral symmetry. तो ये वो symmetry है जिसमें कोई भी organism center से गुजरने वाले सिर्फ एक ही plane, the single plane which is passing through the center can divide the organism into two equal halves is known as bilateral symmetry. ये ह्यूमन बीइंग का एग्जांपल अगर याद रखेंगे तो इस सिमेट्री को बहुत आसानी से समझ पाएंगे. बट इसमें एक सेक्शन जो आता है वो थोड़ा सा हार्ट का आ जाता है बिकॉज हार्ट इज tilted, it cannot be divided equally. So bilateral symmetry is shown by the organism with other than the Coelenterata and Ctenophora. इसके बाद हम आगे जैसे बढ़ेंगे हायर फाइलम like Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, then Annelida, Mollusca, Echinodermata is included into the radial symmetry. That you should also keep remember that echinodermates also show the radial symmetry. हम डिस्कस करेंगे इसके बारे में डिटेल में when we discuss all the phylum individually. So we can say that the Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelids, Orthopoda, Mollusca, Hemichordata, Chordata, all these phylum show the bilateral symmetry. So ये बात हुई हमारी bilateral symmetry की two types, radial and bilateral. Now let's move on to the next case basis of classification, which is the germ layer. So let's talk about the germ layers. We know that in the embryonic stage, the cells which are formed, these cells are arranged into the different layers. If these cells are arranged into the two layers, first ectoderm and inner one is the endoderm, then this type of organism in which the embryonic layers are arranged into the two layers are known as diploblastic. So there are the two types of the organism on the basis of arrangement of these cells. First one is the diploblastic. Diploblastic. Diploblastic are the organism in which the embryonic cells arrange into the two layers. तो two layers के अंदर arrange हो रही हैं, तो उन्हें हम कहेंगे diploblastic. Whereas into the another organism, these cells arrange making the three layers, and these organisms are known as triploblastic. उन्हें हम कहेंगे triploblastic organism. Here the three layers which are formed by these cells are the first, when they have the three layers, the cells are arranged into the three layers. Three layers कौन सी होंगी? The first one is the ectoderm that is present outside. Then inner one जो अंदर की तरफ होगी, that is the endoderm, and the in between this ectoderm and endoderm one more layer is present which is known as mesoderm. So such type of organisms are known as triploblastic. Triplo means triple, means three layers are found: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Whereas into the diploblastic, diplo diword से आया, means two layers present है, and these two layers are only the ectoderm and endoderm. Into the case of diploblastic, यहाँ पे सिर्फ two layers होंगे, ectoderm or endoderm. So these are the different types of the germ layer which are formed into the different organisms. Now next we will discuss about the coelom in our next video. So keep watching, keep studying and keep learning.